And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben, and this is my review for Netflix's original miniseries, Gone for Good. I'm here to talk about it, non-spoilers, kind of plot points and why you should watch this. I hope you find this entertaining. If you do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. It does help with the analytics, but for now, let's jump in. Gilman thought he had drawn a line under the terrible tragedy which saw the two people he loved the most die. 10 years later, Judith, whose love has made his life worth living again, suddenly disappears during his mother's funeral. So Gone for Good is another Harlan Coben adaptation from a book. And every time I see one of these pop up on Netflix, I say to myself, wow, that was good. I really need to start reading some of his novels. And every time after I've watched it and reviewed it, I forget. Hopefully this time I will remember, because this is definitely one of those I feel like it would be worth watching and reading the stories, because I feel like there's a lot left out here. Although what we get in story-wise is classic Harlan Coben Netflix series. It is a mini-series. It's 5 episodes. They're about an hour long each episode, or under like 45 minutes to 50 minutes. Doesn't matter. It's a short mini-series, and it's a contained story, so you don't have to worry whether this is going to leave you on a cliffhanger or whether it's going to be like another season. One story. In true classic Netflix-style Harlan Coben storytelling, because I think we've had 3 or 4 now, this tells a story narratively, but through flashbacks. So we get the kind of MacGuffin that happens, we get the death at the beginning, then we get the missing love, Judith, at the beginning, and on spurs our main protagonist this adventure, well, journey, I guess, lesser dramatic adventure. He's trying to find her, and in amongst that we start getting flashbacks. This is part and parcel when it comes to these storytelling, how they build up the characters and the story through flashbacks of what has happened in our characters' storylines and their lives. And so we're getting the narratives told linear through the present into the future, and then we're getting that separate story that we get to find out what actually happened through the back. And for the most part, it really does keep you guessing. It gives you little tidbits along the way, and then by the time you get to the end, it really kind of just dumps everything. But you do find out bits of information along the way to keep you invested. I would say the acting is pretty good in this. I like the protagonist. I like that the fact that people just aren't this guy's good, that guy's bad. It messes with real life. So where people's lives are really messy, it shows how parents can shape the future of not just their kids but other people's kids by the way they treat their own family. It shows repercussions, and I thought that did very well. The cinematography looks excellent. It's in a location that lends itself to cinematography and just beautiful landscapes. A lot of the time we're seeing vast city landscapes with high-rise shots, and then you get those personal close-ups. Not too much of those. A lot of those are just kind of showing you the action, which I really appreciate. When there is violence, it feels hard-hitting and more real. There is some sex, there's some violence. It is an 18, and you understand when there's violence, it's used to make the story go forward rather than just for the sake of it, of shock value, or having a sex scene for the sake of it. It's all kind of adding to that puzzle piece, and that's what this really is. It's a jigsaw piece that you have to piece together, and it's a story that allows you to piece it together little bit by little bit, and then when you get to the crux of the matter, you're going to be like, I didn't see that coming. For the most part, you might guess a few bits like what's actually happened, but I actually didn't see like the big reveals coming, which I really appreciated. It's not often these days that a TV series or a film can catch me out, because let's face it, we've seen everything done under the sun. You take a genre and then you skew it as much as you can, and we've seen all of that because we're living in the world of entertainment where they've thought and done everything. So now to try and give something a new spin and keep you guessing is really tough to do. Really, this is just a really well-polished, acted story with good cinematography, good editing. It's a one and done, so you don't have to watch it ever again. I don't think you would want to, but that doesn't mean it's not good. It's well acted. The score is something that I wanted to talk about. It was really good. I am my son is tapping on a game, so I had to listen with my 3D audio headset, and I really felt what the moments, the emotion that that the composer was trying to tell us during certain moments. I really appreciated the score in this one. Sometimes it's just like classical music in the background, and that's fine, but when there's key moments, that you need to be feeling something emotive or something emotionally, or it's a hard-hitting reveal. I felt like the score was really reflecting what was going on screen, and I really appreciated that. All in all, I thought it was a fantastically told story. Nothing really massively fresh, but it did keep me guessing. I enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it a B+. Stick it on your watch list if you don't mind watching an original Harlan Coben, but it's not English, this one, so I would say stick to the subtitles if you can. The dubbing is never really what they want you to go through, because you get those original emotional feelings from the original voice acting, and then the subtitles I thought were so good. It just lends itself to storytelling that you forget that you're reading, and that's often a good moment when you can recall afterwards, like, yeah, I barely remember reading anything. That means that the story has immersed you enough to make you forget that you've been reading it all, and just becomes part of the adventure or the journey that these characters are going on. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, which is your favorite Harlan Coben Netflix adaptation, and if you're a fan of his novels, which one is your favorite, and which one should I stick? Which is the first one I should read if you've read a bunch? Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, subscribe and like. Live long and Tuesday.